Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we weigh in on where we're at on amburana finished whiskey. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley, along with our special guests Von Nieters, Katie Proof, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hey guys.
What's happening?
Hello.
Hello. Yes, our lineup sounds like the Witness Protection Program or something.
I was just about to say, I need to get a nickname.
That was like
I know. I got to get a cool nickname. I've got to come up with something. So we'll see. And we've got a great show lined up for you today. We're going to find out where we stand on amburana finishes. You know what? I don't know that there's ever been a hotter time for amburana finishes. Everyone seems to be coming out with them. We're going to weigh in and let the bourbon industry know what we think on those, but we'll get to that after the break. For right now, Tim said there's something he wanted to talk about. What is that, Tim?
So I was at the gas station today. At the Costco. Okay. You know, you got like 50 different spots and everything like that. And I was watching. I was blown. My mind was blown. Normally, I see the ladies who, when they finishing up the gas tank, they just pull the nozzle out and they go right to it. Most of the guys jiggle it. This time, I saw a female jiggle it before she pulled the nozzle out of the gas tank, and I was like, my mind was blown. So I was curious. I mean,
she broke the guy code. She figured it out. One of her secrets.
What's going on there? I swear those were yoga pants. I don't think anything was abnormal.
I have the answer. I know what happened.
Okay, well, let Katie go first.
I'm getting mad about this, so continue.
Oh,
this
she
is a sexist question.
Katie Proof?
Down with the patriarchy. This is a sexist question, feels like.
Well, it's always the same. There's a reason why guys jiggle it before we...
Because you like playing with it, clearly.
No, I want to get all the gas out of the nozzle because
we've had
paid for it.
We've had this discussion. That's why I have the answer.
Right.
Gotta prevent a leakage. You gotta get all the gas out of the nozzle. Just playing with
jiggle. I don't know what the jiggling does. Or Von Nieters was telling me over the course of a year, if you jiggle every time and take your time, over the course of a year, you will save 3 cents. So I don't know.
At least.
Every penny.
At least.
Okay, Von Nieters, you said you know what's going on. What's happening? I'm sure you'll be digging a hole with Katie here, but we'll see if you can how you do with this.
It makes perfect sense. She's not going to have an issue with this.
Right, she's going to be
so we had this conversation before.
Yes.
And we did determine that you have to shake it, and that individual heard the podcast, and that's it. She's like, that's what I have to do now.
Maybe she's a listener. She's a listener.
We
should have said Bourbon Daily, and she would have, acknowledged.
Right.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Von Nieters got put in his place on his French fry discussion because McDonald's and their translucent fries got smoked by Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake.
You and your 7 accounts voting for Steak and Shake. Yeah,
that took
one answer, and that's Arby's curly fries. We all know
the votes.
Enough's enough.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, someone did throw out one I hadn't thought of, and I am a big fan of Five Guys fries. Those are good fries. Those are very good fries.
That's like 5 pounds of French fries, though. Like, you gotta really be in the mood to eat when you go to Five Guys.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And you also have to take out a small loan. You have to meet with your loan
about to
officer
say,
right before
yeah.
you check out.
They hit the payday loans right next
My
door
God.
before you go
Yeah,
in there.
they feel bad. That's why they fill up the bag with the fries.
Yeah, they want to make it worth
So,
it.
fast food prices are just out of control. So I go to Hardee's because they got the new candied bacon biscuits. The warden tells me about this, so I was like, I like candied bacon. Let's see what a fast food place can do with this. So we ordered 2 biscuits, so 1 apiece, and the warden gets a large iced tea. And she always has to have that. And then she was like, "Oh, they have a side of the candied bacon if you want to try it by yourself." I said, "All right, throw that in. We'll do that." 2 biscuits, a large iced tea, and candied bacon, $24.
Ooh.
Wow.
What the hell? $24 for fast food? I
That's
mean,
excessive.
yeah.
Huh.
I mean, technically, I don't like iced tea, but if I did, that'd be just breakfast for myself, basically. The warden and I were splitting it. We each got a sandwich, and then we split the side of bacon. But it would not be unheard of for me to drink a large drink and 2 sandwiches and a side of bacon for $24. That's a hell of a breakfast.
Right?
They're crazy. They're crazy.
Well, it just proves that shaking the nozzle will save you 3 cents. You don't feel so bad when that happens.
I guess.
I
No, you're right about that. I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I'm a big fan of the coffee. I don't like paying for anything, full price for anything. So I always get a lot of discounts from them. I actually was reached out to by the
Have
company.
you tried the
when they
new
first started
Upside
their
app? Let me send you a thing on that, and you can. Yes. God damn it! I just joined that app. I'm hooked on this thing, and then the warden signed up, ignored my app thing to get me the credit for that. I ignored that, so I don't get any credit for her signing up. I said, everybody, Katie's like, I'm going to sign up. I'll check this out. No, not a single person did. Most people said, "Did your email get hacked or your text get hacked? Why are you sending me this?"
You need to get you need to start plugging your code at the end of the shows. So just
so.
have everybody sign up, and
They got a
you'll
special
have an
deal now
empire.
where we get $20, and usually it's like $7. So
I
I'm like,
completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
No, it'll be great.
Yeah,
I'll benefit from it too.
I've already earned $24, and that's just been like over a week. Not that long.
That's awesome.
You earned 1 Wendy's breakfast worth.
Yes, that's true. Hey, my world, I've come back into balance. I've got, thanks to the Upside app, I'm now whole once again after that breakfast. Yeah. Oh.
Free advertisement, by the way.
Oh, yes. I tell you what, fast food, another thing, is slow, but for some reason there's nobody in line. So I pull up, I don't know the Hardee's menu. I don't go to Hardee's. Pull up there, and I'm trying to look for this bacon thing. And the lady's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Well, 2 of those sandwiches with the sandwich." And then the warden says, "The side of bacon too." So I'm like, "Okay, well, get that." I had no idea. I think I would have just pulled straight. If I would have saw these prices, I would have just got out of there. But then they had me. I was in the lane then,
Yeah, you can't leave after you order.
Once you're had, yeah.
But it'd be weird.
Yeah.
This will stop all those people paying it forward. I'll tell you that. You pay for the one behind you. Like, no. I'm going to go back in line and try to keep it going and order like $50 worth of foods, like 2 meals or something now.
Right. Yeah. That's a good point. Has anybody here ever done that? I've never done that. I've never been in one where someone's like, "Hey, the one in front of you."
The pay it forward or the go back in line and order something.
The pay it forward, not to go back in line. That's ridiculous.
Not really. No.
It seems like Katie would be into that.
I would
anybody,
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's definitely my jam. But I have noticed, like, I knew the person behind me, so I paid for theirs. Like, I recognized them, but I haven't ever just done it for a stranger necessarily. I would take extra money and tip the person working there before I would pay for the person behind me.
Right.
I know either one.
Yeah. I had a listener stop in the store this week and say, "This Katie that you have on sounds like she has the lifestyle that exhausts the most world resources on the show, but she's the one that talks the most about saving carbon and all this stuff." I'm like, "Yeah, you sounds like you are a listener. You know Katie well. Yeah.
You've listened closely. Good job."
Flies out for lunch sometimes, and goes on all these big vacations and stuff. Yes. Has all these toys.
I will recycle my cardboard and aluminum, people.
Oh yes, that offsets everything else that you do.
It really does. It's like that 3 cents you save by jiggling it.
Yes.
It's all worth it.
Matters.
Although I was sitting this entire time thinking of how do I remove the gas pump? and I was like going like through the muscle memory in my head. I realized I do it soup style, like how you wipe the back of the spoon on the bowl before you eat your soup. So as I'm taking the nozzle out, I do like a second like wipe to make sure it's not going to drip.
Second wipes are always a good move.
So you're a wiper, not a shaker.
You don't get in there on the first time. You got to get on there on the second time to be sure.
Does anybody here ever tap? Do you take it out? It's actually out of there, but then you tap it on the side just so it's not a jiggle inside there. It's a tap afterwards.
No. It's a higher risk of spilling it out because the biggest thing is I don't want the gasoline spilling onto my paint.
Oh.
And because I can't jiggle it in mine because I have one of the you don't have to take you don't have to take the cap off, you just push it through, so it holds it tighter.
Your Escalade, yeah.
GMC Sierra, thank you.
The same thing.
Ford Excursion for all the dogs and hunting equipment and everything. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah. Dual exhaust, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Should have nothing else.
Trailer hitch, the whole thing.
The thing that I do know is people who are diesel drivers and people who aren't, because they will pull a little car will pull up to one of the few pumps that has diesel and just stop and get out when there's all these gasoline pumps open, and then you pull up with a diesel truck and you have to wait. And so I noticed John did it the other day, and so I politely pointed it out to him to please be cognizant of which pump you're pulling up to.
Kind to the diesel folks. Yeah,
that shit pisses me off.
And I was like,
as a former diesel truck driver, I never looked at me.
You know what I do is I leave extra grocery bags in my truck, and I'll put a grocery bag over the gas side on the diesel pumps. That way, the gas cars don't pull up there. They think it's out of order.
It's like your regular one that you go to all the time. I like it.
Oh, no.
I see that way the diesel trucks get to pull right up.
I pull into that.
Park in front of them and go inside too.
I go inside. I got to take a leak. And then I got to shop. I don't know what I want, so I just have to walk the whole store because I'm hungry, but I don't know what I want, so I just need to walk the whole thing.
So you find a parking spot.
Parking spots. Pull away from the pump and pull up to a parking spot.
Thank you. Gas station etiquette has been lost. On the society.
No, I never did. I never did.
Really
Bo always did.
I
gotta give a shout out to Bo Cumberland.
Never thought of these things.
Yeah.
Ever.
One time we were at a gas station, and it was one of those big like Buc-ee's things that has like 100 pumps, and we were literally the only ones there. And he fills up, and then he pulls the car up and pulls the spot. He's like, well, that's courtesy. I'm like, there are 99 other pumps here. Literally, no one's at any of them.
You know what?
It will be fine.
There could be a parade. What if a funeral comes through and they're all low on gas and they all have to pull up to a pump? You never know.
Where are they driving from? Yeah, all of them. All 100 of them need gas.
Every single one.
Everyone.
Yeah. Every single one needs gas. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, never thought of that. So, yeah. No, never seen that happen. But,
I'll teach you.
Yeah, so there you go. There's some insightful banter on the Bourbon Daily. So, Von Nieters, who blasted his own question about the French fries, he was like apologizing for doing that. That's been one of like the most popular discussions going on. We talk about it at the shop. There's an online poll, which by the way, McDonald's got smoked again. I don't know if I mentioned that.
Skewed poll, but yeah, sure, whatever.
People are about their French fry choices. That's
a hot topic.
I tell you what, there was nothing in the rules of voting that you can't use your different accounts. I've played by the rules.
So, are you going to let me join in my other account on the club? Then?
Because the rules of the private group is no one can have secondary accounts in there other than the admin. So, sorry.
Sorry, Von Nieters.
Sorry, Von Nieters.
We can appeal this. We'll find out
the polls that were going on within the poll. So it's like, and stations not mentioned. I don't even know what that place is. People were.
Yeah, everyone's pissed off and just voting for one thing. So, and then somebody gets like a local one that no one's ever even heard of. I like Ted's Fries and Burgers was excellent. Yeah. Well, that's not going to do you no good. They're not going to win a national poll, especially when Steak and Shake's in there. You know that you're done. So, yeah.
Oh, you need something more than shoestrings. This is ridiculous. You're cheating.
Correct. It's Arby's curly
check the
fries.
results, Katie. I
do agree Arby's curly fries are pretty great.
Over 33% of the votes.
They are like a wild scooper and you get some regular fries and some curly fries.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
the rogue curly fry in there, or the real tightly rolled ones. I enjoy those the most.
Those are the best.
The pig's tails. The pig's tails. Yeah, well, interesting. Okay, so there you go. All right. On that note, it is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with McNew. McNew, what do you got?
McNew.
The deer hammer stick, the pork steak from the ABB Barrel Shop.
Okay. Okay, not much there, cork poppage wise, but good selection whiskey wise. All right, Katie, proof. You're next.
I have some Redbreast, the PX edition.
Okay. Never mind.
We closed on a house today, and so we went to lunch, and then there was a Friar Tuck
congratulations,
and picked this thing up.
Okay. All right. Should have come down to the barrel shop. You got some.
Yes.
You
Well, if I would have purchased a house and had a title company in Arnold instead of Warren County, that would have been an option.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Oh, that's your lead, folks. That is the sound of the lead. All right, Von Nieters.
Wow.
What do you got? His mic's turned all the way up. I've noticed that. So yeah, this should be explosive.
Is it so? The situation down here has changed. Is it too loud?
Yeah.
What?
I've got slight blood trickling out of my ear. Oh, that was a nice noise. Okay.
It sounded like flatulence.
Yeah, that definitely was. Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway.
I listened to that soundbite you suggested, Von Nieters, and yeah, Kathy definitely threw up a little bit on that.
She did.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some got out there. Okay, go ahead.
I have, since we're talking about amburana, I have RD1's amburana finish.
Okay.
Holy crap. I think that was the loudest one I've ever opened.
The squeak was a little disappointing to start it out, but
yeah,
I got to give him credit. That's definitely the lead. That was a great
I would agree. You
shifting
stumbled
up.
on the approach, but you stuck the landing.
that was crazy.
Yeah. All right, Tim, you're next.
All right, we're going to go with an oldie, but a new one back in the ABV Barrel Shop. This is the Catoctin Creek rye whiskey finished in maple syrup.
Back in as of today. Yep.
Yes.
This afternoon.
I love this one.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing going on there. That is a popular one. We sold a bunch of them already today. People were glad to have it back. So.
He has the biggest arm movements.
Right.
The rest of it's like popping stuff here. He's got like the
over exaggerated. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I swear Tim's just fucking with us. He has his cork already pulled out and it's behind the bottle and he's just swinging his arm just to mess with us.
Right. Wollersheim. I'm not expecting anything out of this. I actually switched bottles knowing that this one's a great whiskey, and I'm looking forward to drinking it here on the show, but it doesn't have a good cork pop after you do the first one, and this is long past that. It's very squeaky. Very squeaky. I had Von Nieters tied at the beginning of the cork pop because he had the squeak too, but then he had the better cork pop to go with the squeak, and I did not, so Von Nieters wins. Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about amburana finishes. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com.
This is Willie C. Moore, and I'm here with MB Rowland, and you're listening to the Bourbon Kit Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about amburana finishes.
Yes, we are. What do you guys think about amburana finishes? Amburana finishes. Where are you guys at on this?
Well, I'm drinking one, so I would say that I enjoy them.
You've never drank anything you didn't like, is what you're telling me.
I've only had...
Your counter should be, here, I'll help you out. Your counter should be, yes, certainly I have, Steve, but I haven't purchased those. They aren't in my luxurious basement.
Well, no, that is correct.
That's the
only turtle to make room for that next bottle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So... soon he'll be plugging his turtle business on here at the end.
Exactly.
It's turtle season. Hey, everyone. Holidays are a perfect time for turtles, and I am Von Nieters, and we have turtles for sale.
Wait till spring comes around, the babies start popping up. Oh, yeah, I'll be plugging it. You can...
Easter turtles. Get a turtle. Do they fit in eggs? Can I get a turtle in an Easter egg?
Oh, yeah, there's definitely ones that'll fit in an egg.
Oh, yeah. Well.
I'm going to get a turtle. But I want
they don't stay that size, right?
No.
Yeah, but I just want it to come that way. I just want it.
If you put it in a small bowl, would it stay that size?
No, they grow no matter what.
So it's
not like a
goldfish. You ever go to that place on Broadway that used to have the alligator, but they had him in a fish bowl like that? And he was there for years, and he was that exact same size. They said, well, because he lives in this bowl, he doesn't get any bigger. He stays to the size of this bowl.
That was a lie.
I'm telling you.
I think he was.
They just kept buying a new alligator.
Maybe they just kept buying new ones.
Or it was a dwarf came in. They have dwarf.
Now, certainly goldfish do that. Now, I've seen that myself with goldfish. Goldfish will stay to the size of their tank. But supposedly this restaurant, I'm telling you, they had an alligator.
McNew just complaining like 60 years from now. This turtle I got in the size of an egg is still living. What the hell? I'll never die.
Oh, yeah.
It's bigger than my Mastiff now. I don't know what to do with this damn turtle.
My Mastiff. Yeah, he's going to give you a baby Galapagos. Galapagos. I love Galapagos turtles.
God. We're off the rails already.
Yes. This is off to. I don't even know what we're talking about. I don't even know what the show is. I'm just having fun with the Galapagoses.
Like saying it now.
Yes.
Where's your handler, by the way? Is your handler around?
I need a handler. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I think Steve's going to be my handler, and I'm going to be his.
Yeah, I think we
both
need
help.
Nothing's going to happen.
Really well.
Yeah. We both need help at this point. So. Yes, amburana finishes. To me, it's being overplayed right now. I occasionally am. It's a formidable taste, and it's not one that I could enjoy on the regular. But every once in a while, it's okay. But there's so many of them coming out. It's just too much for me at this point. To me, that's where I stand on amburana right now. There's just too much of it going on. So
is it like the new cigar batch? Remember when cigar batch, like everybody is like, 10 million cigar batches, and
that's what they're calling the amburana ones, is cigar batch. So yeah. So a lot of they just say it's cigar batch. It's amburana finish. It's because it's
But I like it, but it's not what I think of. If I sat down and was like, I want to have a bourbon today, that's not going to be my choice. But if I'm like, I want something interesting today, by all means, that's great.
Sure. Okay.
If I want something like sweet and desserty, that's kind of what I'm going for. If I don't want just a drink, a bourbon or a rye whiskey.
Yeah.
And I don't want a cocktail.
Okay.
I
just said tail there. It was very delayed.
Medium.
There are a number of folks that are hiding the base spirit quality and just saying, yeah, we got to do something different with this thing.
Yeah.
But the ones that are good are really, really good. The ones that are not are very bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Von Nieters turned on his microphone instead. He's like, I'll just turn on Tim's mic.
Yeah, I can't hear Tim.
I'm just going to turn on Tim's mic.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, tweak the setting there. So yeah, hopefully
it was fine. It was fine, and then all of a sudden, and then you got quiet on us.
Yeah, they were telling me I was loud in that.
No, I'm shitting on people, so might as well be soft spoken.
Yeah. What's wrong with Katie?
Katie
Deep
looks like she froze.
Yeah, but she wasn't.
You weren't.
Deep in thought. So I researched first and found that amburana, why am I
Brazilian,
saying whatever wood is on
Amburana?
it's categorized as endangered according to the International Union for Conservation of Nature.
Oh God,
so
Katie's gonna get on the high horse. Here we go.
Being the nature preservation person that I am, I have to be against it. But then I went to look at another list to see what other woods were on that list, because if they just listed everything, then that wouldn't really count. But I was
all
not
trees
finding
are listed.
the rest of them.
Cursus alba's on there, right?
The what?
Jessica Alba?
American
No,
white
that's a person. Oh, okay.
Yes.
No. She's looking it up. It's nothing like doing your research during the middle of the show.
Exactly.
Nothing like preparing any of it.
I had found already my research what I thought was the end of it, of that it's an endangered wood species or whatever. But then as I was sitting here, I was like, wait, I didn't look to see what else was on that list as a comparison to see if it was like too broad of a category.
Right.
I
don't think they're dropping them so they can create barrels.
Yeah,
this is already
only using fallen trees.
Right. Yeah. Same thing like with Gariana oak. You see things finished in Gariana. They can't harvest any of those trees at all. But if one falls, they can take it then, make barrels and all that. As
long as they're being harvested ethically, then
yeah.
Okay with then I'm okay with it. I still don't think it does that much for the flavor though. It matters the base whiskey you have.
I know. How many Amburanas have you had?
Not that many, but
it's strong. It and they all taste the same, so you know it's the Amburana. I mean, it's easy to pick out an Amburana finish. It's kind of very cinnamon and applesauce.
Yeah, cinnamon, brown, sugary.
Yeah.
Pops hits you. It really hits you.
I don't think it's enough though to hide over a shit whiskey. Like you have to have a good base at the beginning, which is
that's what I'm saying
with any finish. So that any finish is not enough to hide the fact if you don't have a good product to start with.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No.
But Von Nieters, I have had the RD1. That one is in my top. If you top up the top 2-3 up there,
I feel like it's more subtle on the Amburana. I feel like it's lighter. It's almost like you're eating like a cinnamon oatmeal almost. That's what it reminds me of.
Pleasant. That's pleasant.
Yeah, like a maple cinnamon oatmeal.
Oh, nice.
It's good to keep Steve regular. He needs that.
A little dab of maple in there now too. Ooh.
Yeah, that's good.
Ooh.
So this is a breakfast bourbon, is what I'm hearing.
It's a breakfast bourbon.
Yeah.
I feel it's more like a crisp breeze as outside bourbon. I mean, that'd be a good one outside by the fire. Yeah.
Like a late fall, early winter.
Late fall, early winter bourbon.
Yeah.
A fireside bourbon, not a poolside.
Fireside,
bourbon.
yes, yeah. Definitely not a poolside one, no. It's pretty heavy.
Shirt's buttoned up when Steve's drinking this, not unbuttoned.
Right.
Drinking
right.
It.
Yeah. Fully buttoned up, yeah.
Fully buttoned up. Correct.
Yeah, there you go. So there you go. There's our thoughts on Amburana, and now you can talk about yours or create polls and have us vote, and we will vote ethically. We'll vote ethically, yes. And
we'll vote early and vote often.
Exactly. So we'll wrap
politics.
This one up.
101.
Oh yeah, there you go. We got a Chicago guy here. He
Even
knows.
your dog can vote.
He knows. Let's talk about where people can find us. Von Nieters, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Von Nieters, I before the E.
All right. Katie.
You can find me on Instagram at Katie Proof, I also before the E.
Oh, it worked out. Tim, was your I before your E?
Always. Okay. Except after C.
Other than certain instances.
That's one's for Kyle Neely. Dad joke. I'll be here all week.
Oh, he loves hearing his name on here.
Unless your feisty neighbor with a sleigh visits.
Yes.
No.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112 or on our flagship whiskey channel on YouTube.
All right, McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. That's the one you got to check out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop. You never know what's going on. Maybe we're getting new barrel picks in. Maybe we're having some fun. Maybe someone's visiting us. You never know. Maybe Von Nieters is sitting at the bar. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
Great job today, gang. Finance will have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing, the ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.